It's been more than 55 years since I started teaching. I have chosen this beautiful setting because where I started was at a country club where we spent our summer. I taught swimming and diving and tennis, as you might recall from our earlier conversation. From there, I went and established a coaching program at university to teach people how to coach swimmer, water polo player. And from there, when I went into the equipment business with a Caterpillar dealer in Quebec, I was asked often to train employees on improved processes because I was involved in systems. In those days, it was called data processing. From there, when I got into the consulting world, obviously we had to get involved in changing processes. So I ended up teaching dealer people how to sell, how to manage inventory, how to run a shop. Later on, associations in the equipment industry asked me to provide training in classroom when they all removed themselves from the training exercise. Most of the major manufacturers walked away at the same time. This is the early 1990s. So we created training programs in a company called Quest Learning Center, which we ran for more than 10 years, doing classroom training for parts managers, service managers, product support salesmen, and people marketing the parts and service business. When it became clear that there was an evolution or a revolution taking place in training, and dealer personnel, in fact employees, didn't want to be traveling to training. They couldn't afford to be away that much, and it cost them too much. So the industry started introducing webinars where you would hear a voice, you'd read a slide, and that would be how you learn. As a teacher, that disturbed me because I couldn't see my audience. I couldn't see my students. So we started using a three-dimensional camera and displayed me talking to them instead of just a dry screen. And then that moved to the GoToMeeting group where we'd have the faces of the students on the same computer screen as they could see me. Well, that quickly outgrew our capacity. So we transitioned from Quest Learning Center to a company called Learning Without Scars at the end of 2016. We're based in Hawaii, and we put all of our programs onto the internet. And we created Learning Without Scars to provide a vehicle to students whereby they could improve their performance, where they could add to the skills that they already had. So we created an employee development program, which is where we're at today. We've been operating for the last 2.5 years on a very controlled manner, where we have selected the dealers that we would like to have work with us that will help us develop the product like we did in the early days with classrooms, where we'd have dealer principals and executives sit in the room for 2 or 3 days and then critique the program. That's what we've had several hundred dealer personnel do in all of the aspects of Learning Without Scars. 2020 will be the beginning of the next phase of our evolution. We're going to aggressively start selling the packages next year. You're going to hear more about what we offer in Learning Without Scars over the course of the next few films. And I hope that we're going to be able to satisfy your needs for employee development and professional growth for all of your employees. Tune in to the next one.